welcome back to my channel. In the last video, we learned about what is FRD, what is BRD and the differences between them. In this video, we learn about what are the steps to write an FRD document, that is a functional requirement document, something every business analyst works daily. Let's get started. So let's get started of writing an FRD, a step-by-step guide for business analyst. We now understand what an FRD is and why it's important. Now let's dive into the steps involved in writing an FRD document. Please note that these steps may vary slightly from an organization to organization, but the following are the most commonly followed. The first step is defining the use case. What exactly the client or stakeholder wants from the product. Next comes the scope of that use case. This includes identifying what is required and what will be delivered as a part of the requirement. The scope is usually broken into in scope and out of scope items. Then we look into a current scenario, which is typically included when the requirement relates to an existing product. In such cases, we must clearly describe how the current functionality works before introducing any changes. After that, comes the enhancement section, where we outline what new functionality or improvements will be added, or whether it's an extending existing functionality or introducing something entirely new. The next step is writing the user story. This is the most important step for a business analyst, which explains step by step how the user will navigate to the future, use it, and exit or complete the action. Finally, we define the user acceptance criteria, a checklist of conditions that must be met for the feature to be considered complete and accepted by the stakeholders. So let's take an example of one tap bill payment reminder. Now this is the use case what client wants. So the first step is to write a use case. So what is the use case? The user wants to receive a monthly pay reminder for the bills like internet or mobile recharge or electricity bill or any bills and should be able to pay instantly through an app with one tap. Now you got the use case. Now we'll define the scope. What is the scope of this use case? Use case that is in scope and out of scope. In scope is set up monthly reminders for selected bill types, get notified on the due date, make the payment directly from the reminder with single tap. You got a notification, you click on that, just click on pay, the bill is paid. And what is out of scope? Auto payment functionality that it should get auto pay, integration with all the billers or banks or UPI such that they can directly cut the money from that bank or UPI. So this is the scope of that use case. The next comes is there any current scenario? Let us consider currently the right now the user have to make all their bill payments manually. There is no built-in reminder or notification system which is integrated in our application. It may be any application. Now I have given my byte as a app name, and users often forget due dates or have to rely on external apps for reminders. So, what is the enhancement which we are bringing? The enhancement includes set up and set reminder option in the setting or in a profile page, where when you set that reminder, the push notification will be sent to a user on a selected due date. The notification will have a pay now button, and that leads the user directly to the payment screen. Now, how the user journey will start? Let us understand the user story. So step one is user logs in into the app using some valid credentials. After successfully login, the user navigates to profile page. On profile page, the user sees a billing section where there will be an option of set reminder option, where the user has to enable that option such that once he enables that, he will always get a notification for any bill payment that is being due. As the due date approaches, the user receives a push notification on their phone with the shortcut to open the app. Upon tapping the notification, user is taken directly to the Pay Now screen. And step 8 is user taps on the Pay Now and to complete the payment. So this is how the user story should be written from first login to end. How the payment will take place, how the user logs in, how he sets the configuration. The next is user acceptance criteria. So what is the user acceptance criteria? That user can set monthly reminders for at least three types of bill. A push notification should be sent on a scheduled date, what the user has scheduled. The notification contains a pay now button that redirects to the payment screen. The payment flow is functional and secure via UPI. Feature should work on all the application, that is Android and iOS, as well as the tablet. So this is how the example, this is what a one tap bill reminder example is, and how to write the FRD. Currently, I have wrote this FRD for your example in the PPT, but the main tools which we use for writing FRD is Confluence, Notion. Majority of organization may use Word as well. So there are different tools which we can use to write an FRD document. Yes.